Welcome to Ynot on the PCT. Good morning. Walked out of Tuolumne Meadows about an hour ago. Right now it's nice and cool, and the trail is like flat and downhill mostly and super easy. Mostly in the trees, but occasionally come out and get these big views. Things are a little challenging now, and actually I'm feeling great right now, and this is really pretty, but we're in the midst of this heat wave. It means it's going to be in the mid 80s, supposed to be 86 in Tuolumne Meadows, which probably means it'll be like that or so for where I am all day. I'm going up a little bit, but also down a little bit. So could be, at least upper 80s, which is pretty warm hiking, especially if you're out on exposed area like this, although it's cool in the morning. The bugs actually so far have been almost none, so hopefully that won't be a problem. My back started hurting yesterday, kind of seized up a little bit, which is something that happens to me occasionally, but hasn't happened while I'm hiking. So I was worried about whether I'd be able to start today, but I felt a little bit better and did a few things for it, and I'm feeling okay. And then actually walking, I'm really feeling pretty good. So that's nice. Let's see, where does the trail go here? Let's go there. This section is 74 miles, which was originally going to be 4 days, but I added an extra day when I took the detour around the bridge that was out back there before VVR. So it'd be nice to do this section in either kind of 3.5 days or even 3 days to kind of make up for that, because we made some reservations, some campground reservations, and it would work a little smoother if I did that. And with the bugs and the heat, it's like it'd be nice to not have as many nights out here, but I really don't know. We'll see. I mean, if the trail was like this, it'd be no problem to do it in 3 days and do 3 25-mile days, but I know that it's going to be a lot more up and down, but I don't know how difficult the trail would be. And today I'm in Yosemite all day, which means I think the trail is going to be fairly good and well maintained. But the next couple of days, or the next 3 days, depending, I get out of Yosemite, and I'm not so sure what the trail maintenance will be like. I've been walking through trees, through the forest for a while. Came out into this meadow. So there were a ton of people for the first, basically like 6 miles or so, basically until you get to Glenall and High Sierra Camp. And after that, I've seen 2 people. It's been just totally quiet. I think that almost everybody I saw had stayed there and then was walking out Sunday morning. This part is very, very quiet and still fast. I don't know if the trail is going to get worse, but so far been going up and down a little bit, but it's just really fast walking. And I've heard that when you get to the end of Yosemite, which I think will be like tomorrow or the next day, not today, but that it really starts to feel different. So we'll see. It already feels definitely different than the Southern Sierras. It's not near as jaggy. There's actually some flat because there were very few meadows there. It felt like you were just going, you go up, down, up, down. And there was the up and down were usually very steep. And it's been different, but maybe it's just a little bit of a break. Who knows? That big rock there is kind of cool. At the top of Benson Pass, at 10,100, it's a lot lower than some of the passes I went over in the last couple of weeks. And it, well, there's still a lot of rock. It definitely looks different with more rounded mountains. Not as many of the big jaggy peaks. About 2 more miles and then I'm done for the day. Hey. It's actually like 1 in the afternoon. I've been walking for a while. Today's been absolutely brutal. It's hot. It's like the mid 80s and it's just up and down and up and down. There's no 2,000 or 3,000 foot climbs, but in terms of vertical feet per mile, this is higher than almost anything I've seen. It's up in the 600s, which is for mile after mile, which is really steep. So it's like just steep up, steep down. And with this, on this warm day, with all this rock reflecting the heat, it is a tough day. Good morning. This is my last day walking in Yosemite, walking through this valley. Super buggy. It was cooler this morning, so I started walking with my puffy and my hat and my gloves on. I just stopped to take them off and kind of overwhelmed by bugs. Let's see, how do I get across this without getting my feet wet and holding the camera? Well, that sort of worked. I have 27 miles today to get to Sonora Pass, so it's not clear whether I'll get there and Carrie will pick me up late or whether I'll do like 19 or something and then have 8 miles tomorrow morning. Although in reality, I really want to do all of it today because it'd be nice not to have another night camping. Well, basically it'd be nice not to have tonight camping with a ton of bugs again. Getting closer. Today I'm gonna, well, if I get to Sonora Pass, I will pass mile 1,000. And I've actually walked more than that because I walked like 175 miles in Northern California. And I will also get to where at the end of that I'll have more miles left in Oregon than in California, which is kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop to get across this without getting my feet muddy. I'm climbing up Sonora Pass. You can actually see it switch back and forth and see a couple of people, see a few people walking up it. Things look much different here than Yosemite. All of a sudden there's no granite. Came up this valley here for a long time. It's just a steady but not very steep climb. It's getting a little more steep now, although not horribly bad. I have a ways to go to get up to the top here. Almost on top of that's Yosemite way out there. I think I actually still walk up a little bit because I walk up there and you can see all the way around here. So this area is really amazing. Yet another video from another little top here. It's because it's so great. Came from that way, going this way. Let's see as we go around here. Wow. Good morning. It's Thursday. Took yesterday off. Spent it in the trailer in RD with Carrie. Got going a little later today for logistical reasons. Started at Sonora Pass, which is down there, climbing up again, and once again back to these really spectacular views out there. You can see a little bit of smoke way out there to the west, just a little bit of haze from a couple of fires out there, but nothing bad. Good morning. Just saw a bear, fairly big bear. Came around here and he was down in the flowers down there, and immediately he was just like totally running away and bounded away really quickly. But so it was good that he ran away. Interesting to see a bear. I wish I could have got a picture of it, but it was all way too fast. Kind of a cinnamon colored bear. So that's pretty cool. So I got walking today just after 6. I've only been walking for a few minutes. Feels nice and cool. The sun's coming up. It's not that cool. Actually, it's pretty warm for 6 a.m. So I think it's going to be another warm day. Although tomorrow there's a chance of thunderstorms tomorrow and Saturday, or tomorrow and Sunday. So it's going to cool down a bit and could actually be wet. But right now it's very quiet. Well, other than the bear. About 12 miles in today, I'm going to pass over Ebbets Pass, which is Highway 4, which is where my family built a cabin when I was in high school. So way down west on Highway 4, so not very close to where I'm crossing, but still has a little bit of family connection, which is cool. Headed this way, some thunder, just a raindrop or two. And from there, walking around 3 other guys, one of which Carrie gave a ride to a few days ago. This walking is a fair amount easier. The terrain is just so much different now. I came from there, hanging out that way. Trail continues here along the ridge. Really pretty spectacular. Oh, and there's some blue sky up there, so it looks like the storm is maybe ending, which is nice. It's been a strange day. Good morning, it's Saturday. I've been walking through this direction. It's almost all been through forest. I just got out in this open area the last, couple hundred yards or something. I've been through forest and actually fairly buggy. Now I'm continuing to walk up here. Not sure what's going to happen today. It's 31 miles to the end of this section, which is kind of too far to go in a day. And my plan had been to do like 21 miles today and then 10 tomorrow. But the weather is supposed to rain, supposed to be thunderstorms this afternoon, and it's looking much wetter than yesterday. So I know, I think if it were, I'm glad I'm going over this area in the morning when there's not thunderstorms, because I'm pretty exposed. I don't know exactly what's like this afternoon, so I think it's possible I could do less than 21 miles. It's possible I could do the 21, although it's someplace that I'm not sure it'll be a good place to be if it's thunderstormy either. So I could do more. I'm really not sure. So we'll see how it goes. It is pretty cool up here. Very pretty. And looking much different than a few days ago. Good morning, Sunday. I've been walking for a few minutes now. It rained quite a bit last night, but it was nice for me because I was inside, because Carrie came and picked me up at Carson Pass and went back, and I was able to be inside where it was dry and get a shower and clean clothes and everything. And Carrie kind of has a cold, so she wasn't feeling great, so I was able to take care of her. And then drove out this morning, and I'm starting just like 16 miles to finish this section, and I'm slack packing this, which means I do have my pack, but I don't have my tent or sleeping bag or most of my clothes or most of my stuff, just a little bit of food for the day and water and my raincoat, because it looks like it could easily rain again, although even if I get wet today, I'll be inside again tonight, so it doesn't make that much difference. So that makes today pretty easy. Just show you the do so many of my videos at the point where there's just a spectacular view. But this is pretty, but in a little more just kind of nice forest. Everything feels damp after the rain. So I have, after this, I have one more section in California, 3 days, 2 nights to get up to Donner Summit, and then I have probably 7 days in Oregon, which is good because honestly I'm feeling done with this. I'm still enjoying the hiking, although I'm missing Carrie and being out by myself. I'm just kind of getting old, and then the camping at night is certainly getting old. I think that's where I have about a 2-month tolerance for being outside most of the time and being just being kind of sweaty and yucky and sleeping in the tent like that and stuff. So it's fine now because I don't have that many days left, so it doesn't get me as much. I can finish this up, but I'm definitely kind of mentally done with hiking, with through hiking with the whole thing. But definitely want to finish the trail, and now counting down the days until I do. And it's been a great experience, and I'm super happy I got back out here. And it's great to see everything, and the accomplishment will be really special. It's more complex and different than what I thought. I thought it was going to be originally just straight from Canada to Mexico, and then it got more complicated even 2 years ago by the snow in Washington, which had me flip-flopping, and then getting shin splints made it more complex, and then the fires, and then just feeling done with it then. And so this ended up being a more circuitous and roundabout journey than I imagined, but that's fine. That's how life goes, and I'm going to be very, very proud of myself when I get to the end there. So for a while I was trying to really not let myself think about that, but now I am a little bit. First I'm just excited about finishing California with this, and then 3 more days. That feels like a huge accomplishment. So getting back up to Donner Summit will be really special, and then finishing the Oregon part. So I think the rest of this is going to be kind of around the countdown to being done. Hello, the first day of section along the Tahoe Rim. You can't really see Lake Tahoe much, but along the Tahoe Rim Trail. Right now I'm going through the Desolation Wilderness, which was forest for quite a while, but now it's broken out into this rock. And this is Lake Aloha out here. All the tiny little islands. It's awesome. Have 3 days to get to Donner Summit, at which point I will have finished California. Came from there, decently long climb, like going up the last couple hours, but not super steep or super hard. Going this way, I actually have to go up for a little bit more, so I think I go up this ridge a little more, but it looks like the view is kind of right here. It's pretty nice. And there's nothing about clouds in the forecast, but or rain or anything, but looking a little cloudy. Hopefully it won't rain. It's almost noon, so good morning, just barely. This part of the trail you can actually see Lake Tahoe, which is unusual. I'm actually just about to split. The Tahoe Rim Trail splits from the PCT up here in the next couple of miles. Came from there. I did a fairly big climb, and now I'm just kind of going like along this steep ridge here, and just started a section of like 6 or 7 miles with no water, so I filled up my water, but it's not that hot, so it'll be okay today and tomorrow to get to Donner Summit and be done with California. I'm feeling pretty good. This has been nice hiking here, but I'm still, I think, ready to be done hiking and ready to be not by myself. I'm getting a little tired of, I think the loneliness is setting in a little bit, but still going well. And I had a really nice night last night. That spot had no bugs, which is really nice, and a nice view. So I'm cruising today, shouldn't be that hard. And then tomorrow I'm done with this section. Good morning. It's Thursday. It's my last day in California. Just looking out at Lake Tahoe. I actually camped in inbound at Palisades last night. Came from here. I camped just around there. I'm walking through Palisades ski area now. I only have like 12.5 miles to get to Donner Summit, where I finished. It's where I stopped hiking Southbound a couple of years ago. So it's a easy day. In fact, I slept in an hour, so I didn't start walking until just after 7. And there's a fair amount up and down today, but shouldn't be too bad. And my pack is super light because basically I'm using, I have my only food I have is some lunch for today. So there's not much there. So it should be a good day, and I'm just starting to feel a little emotional from finishing this up, and trying to remind myself that I have to remember that I have 7 more days to hike after this in Oregon, but still finishing California is a big deal, and I'm happy about that. It's really a cool morning. I mean, just a little bit of overcast, very quiet. Just feels very nice. So just gonna soak it in and enjoy being just about done with California. Walking through the huge field of, I don't know what this flower, actually most of them aren't flowering here, but these have yellow flowers back there. It's pretty, definitely is changing. Looks so much different than Yosemite, or even the area after Yosemite, and it's starting to look more like what I remember about Northern California but I've already walked, so I don't have to walk again. That's very cool. Actually, I'm ready to be done because I want to go and do other things and be with Carrie. But this is an interesting life too. It's just not just it's just very different. And in the end, you can't live every life. But it's been really great to be able to do this for so long and walk this, and I'll be very happy to be done, but I'm happy I did this. This is Tinker's Knob. I'm going over a high point here. Came from there, you can see the lake in the distance. And down there is Truckee and I-80. I'm going this way just a few miles towards Donner Lake. You can see the trail for a while. It's essentially all downhill. A little up and down a little bit, but mostly downhill to Donner Summit.